Namaste, my name is Sanat Kumar. Welcome back to the Manana podcast. Manana is a Sanskrit word that means reflection or contemplation. In this podcast, I'll be sharing my deep, insightful reflections for you to contemplate and hence live a life of fulfillment. I hope you find great value in today's episode. I wrote this blog on 9th April 2022. The other day, I took a nap in the afternoon. I don't know whether I was asleep and dreaming or it was just my mind making up stuff since it was left to relax. But I conceived this a comical, hypothetical scenario. I'm in my college listening to the lecturer with all the students. Of course, everything was going over my head. I wasn't understanding anything. I was bored and partially feeling sleepy thanks to the whirring noise of the creaky fan. But then the math teacher starts to talk about something interesting, which alerts me. I straighten up. She starts talking about life, of how horribly hard it is to live a good life, and she highlights repeatedly that, especially without a degree, you will not amount to anything. You can't make your parents proud. You can't live a life with your heads up, etc., etc. Then she says to the class, "Do not take Sanat as an example, okay? Attend college classes regularly, take great marks, get a good job, earn and make your parents proud." Then I stand up and, of course, this is a super hypothetical scenario. Then I stand up and say, "Ma'am, you have to be more specific." Then I continue, "You have to say specifically why they shouldn't take me as an example." And without letting her speak further, I address the class. If you don't want to be a person who wrote more than 40 blogs this year, that was last year, finished writing a book, makes music, and moreover teaches music to a dozen of students, then don't take me as an example. And unlike you, I won't talk about or preach anything that I don't practice. That is referring to my maths teacher. If you don't want to be an artist, don't take me as an example. If you don't want to lead, don't take me as an example. If you want to be just a cog in the machine, don't take me as an example. If you want to be just a number in this system, don't take me as an example. This is too poetic. Then I woke up springing out of bed, anxious about losing that vision. I captured that vision shortly on my phone's notes app. Anyway, that's a hypothetical scenario. I hope you're not judgmental towards that dream. Most of the dreams are not so much in our control, right? So I hope you won't make an egotistical or narcissist based on an uncontrollable dream I had. I don't know. Probably all those braggings were probably part of my ego luring into that dream. But no worries, I'll not let that eat me. Sharing this dream with you puts me in an uncomfortable spot actually. But I thought that would be a great way to start this episode, and I believe it is the best preface this episode could get. Okay, though the scenario is hypothetical, we still have a few insights to squeeze out of it. Mainly, number one, the scenario is screaming the flaws of the conventional system. And the insight number two is it is screaming that the choice to not be just a number in the system, not be a cog in the machine, exists. That choice exists. And that choice exists within every individual. Okay, let's go one by one. We all know about the flaws of the broken system. We go to college, try to memorize all that does not interest us, and most of which will be useless to your life. Most of what is taught there is not what the job interviewer asks, and moreover, it doesn't help you when you get a real job. So they'll train you again. Basically, the system is so screwed that students are going to college seeking money instead of seeking knowledge. That is, if I do this course with so and so percentage, I'll get a good job of so and so package. That's all. That's the mindset of today's students. Poor students, they're not able to think beyond that. Why do you need money? Money gives you freedom. It provides you the freedom to do things that makes you happy. But will that job assure you that? Will that job assure you your happiness? And it's not the student's fault. It's the system's fault. But of course, what is system? The student and the employers, right? The system is designed in such an ill manner. Employers should provide jobs based on employees work, right? What work he or she has done previous to that job, right? Hence these so-called degrees should be short and a place where you are taught how to make yourself worthy and how to make or create something worthy. Colleges must give knowledge. What students do of it is purely left to them. And based on that, based on what they have done, they should be employed. Of course, this is not suitable for everyone, right? This won't work for everyone. Any system is not suitable for everyone. We must understand that. But at least there will be meaning in the system's structure. Working a job only for money is a crime. And going through an educational course just to get a job is an even cruel crime to commit. A crime against yourself and society as a whole. But if I say all this, I'm definitely going to be ridiculed. But it's okay. I'm pointing out that you are becoming just a cog in the machine. And over a long time, being in that system, your creativity and your true self dies. You'll be just another number. We all know all of this. Many talk about these too. In fact, in the system too, in colleges, in jobs, even after coming out of it, they say, "Oh my God, I'm just doing this for money. It isn't enjoyable." They say that, but they still want their paycheck, so they continue. And moreover, yeah, they're afraid. But talking ill of the system isn't enough. You must act. Only a few people, not even 1%, choose to act because it takes courage to do so, right? Those few people, Seth Godin calls him or her linchpin. I would call him a creative person, an artist. Seth Godin is an author and he describes and explains very deeply about this crude system and about choosing to opt out of it in his book Linchpin. And of course, the name of this blog is stolen from his book Linchpin, The Cog in the Machine. I say this to myself: I cannot make myself fail proof, but I can make myself success worthy. What I'm trying to say is the choice lies within you. I'm not saying you quit college or your job. If that's what it takes for you to be your best version and that it's a feasible option, go ahead, do that. Mainly stay true to yourself. Do what makes you happy. Lead a meaningful and fulfilled life. Speaking of a fulfilled life, I think you must start by reading my book, The Flower of Fulfillment. Do not take advice from people who are not practicing what they preach. I think we see it everywhere. Everywhere people are suggesting just because someone is younger to them or just because they had chosen the same stream of career or same subject of learning. Just because that is common, you don't get to advise on anyone. You can advise someone only if you are living what you are truly saying, right? If you are living what you're preaching, then I listen to you. Not only me, anybody should listen to you. But if someone is not living the way they are preaching, or if you don't like the way their life is, why do you want to listen to them? Why do you want to listen to someone whose life you don't like? I hope you received excellent value in today's episode. To know more, head over to sanatkumarnahibi.com, and if you haven't already, check out my book The Flower of Fulfillment. Thank you for listening, and I wish you have a great day.